Hey, President Nelsen.
Hey, Tony. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for sitting down with us. The State Hornet wanted to have you here to reflect on your time spent here at Sac State. You've been here for 8 years now, but looking back on your tenure at Sac State, what are you most proud of accomplishing?
You. It's the students and the graduation of the students and the success of our students here at Sac State. That's what's most important to me, and seeing them graduate on time. You know, they've graduated from the 8% to 31%. It saved them over $440 million. That's what I'm proud of. But I'm most proud that they're walking across the stage.
Hi, my name is Tony Rodriguez, Editor-in-Chief of the State Hornet. I sat down with Sacramento State President Robert Nelsen to talk about his departure from the campus. Nelsen is set to retire and looks onward with plans to move to Texas. Nelsen has been the president since 2015 and has seen the campus community go through many changes during his tenure. Can you speak to any challenges you faced during your time at Sac State?
Well, there was this little thing called COVID that kind of made us tilt and go and do things that we'd never dreamed we were going to do. Same thing with the fires that were there. We're facing challenges now about enrollment, but we're increasing the enrollment, and so that's going to be critical, especially for the new president that's coming in, so that we can keep the budget going. We've had budget cuts up to 12.5% in the past, so that's also been difficult, but you know, those are things you get through.
In your opinion, what are the most significant changes you've seen during your time at Sac State, and how have they impacted the university?
The most significant change of all is the number of students we're graduating. So when I came 8 years ago, we were averaging about 7,300 students graduating every year. But we were accepting over 9,500 students. So we were losing 2,000 plus students every year. This year, we're going to graduate 9,272, 9,722.
Yeah.
So that's a huge number.
Is this graduation going to look a little bit different, being your last one?
I'd hope not. I mean, it's all about the students, so it doesn't have anything to do with me. And it's about them being on the Jumbotron and about them being able to wave to their parents and to celebrate.
What advice would you give to your successor as they take on the role of Sac State president?
Remember that we're a student-centered university and that we're moving forward to be a student-ready university. We need to meet the students where they are and provide them what they need.
Could you speak to any initiatives or programs that you started during your time at Sac State that you believe will have a lasting impact? Well,
the graduation initiative, I think, will have a lasting impact. I also think the football team's going to have a pretty lasting impact. The athletics have grown here. Look what the women did. The arts have gotten even stronger, and dance has gotten stronger, music's gotten stronger. So those are important elements. The Shannon Science Complex, 95% of our students are going to go through that complex. We will now be building the new science building, the new engineering building where Santa Clara is, and we're starting to go to work now on the art sculpture lab. So those buildings that are coming up, expanding the Union the way we did, over 77,000 square feet. That's been amazing. You know, students aren't having to trip over each other anymore, and getting the well larger, all of those elements. We're an anchor university. We will only be successful if we are out in the community, making the community stronger. The stronger we make the high schools, the stronger our students here will be. The stronger we make the community, the stronger our students will be when they come here. The stronger we make the community as well, the more jobs there will be for our students out there. We have to remain honest and true to our anchor roots and make sure that we really are Sacramento's university.
In your time here, how have you seen Sac State impact the Sacramento community?
In the Anchor University grants that we've given out, just in the last 2 years, over 130,000, whether it's string buddies that are teaching kids how to play music, whether it's Bushy Lake and really bringing that ecosystem back to life, whether it's Paint the Town, whether it's math buddies working with students there, whether it's the mobile clinics, okay, having the audiology clinic and having it available for our students and for older people and other people that need it. That all of those changes have helped.
You told me about having to adapt when things change, such as COVID and other instances that affected the campus. How did you adapt to those things?
I hope I listened to the students. I think one that's close to the Hornet and that the Hornet cares about a lot about is sexual assault. And we deliberately came together, had the forums, listened to what the students had, and developed a plan with 7 goals and 33 action plans to be able to address it. When the recent Nazi salute happened, we changed the anti-bias to make it more effective, and so that it will now cover religious discrimination and other types of harassment. The same thing with the anti-racism. The anti-racism plan, it's 270 plus pages long, and it's got lots and lots of recommendations. But that was listening to the community and then adapting to make sure that we fulfilled what the community, what the university wanted.
How can you prepare your successor to take on, some of these issues?
I need to get the heck out of the way. I'm convinced that whoever comes in will be very successful. The strategic plan is in place. It's got guardrails on it that will make sure that we still care about diversity and anti-racism, that we care about the graduation initiative, that we're going to continue to raise the money to double in the number of scholarships. I hope she or he goes beyond what I did. We doubled the number of scholarships. I hope she or he will do even more than that. So follow the strategic plan. It's a guidepost. The university created it. It isn't me. It isn't anyone. It's the university's voice.
Looking back on your time at Sac State, is there anything you would have done differently?
Lots and lots of things I would have done differently. Every day I think I learn on the job of what I'm trying to do, and that I would have made some changes more quickly than I made some of the changes that I made. I wished we'd had the APITA Center a lot sooner than it was here. I'm glad that finally the Native American Center is here, but it's taken us too long to get those centers here. I hope that we can continue to act and react and move forward on that front. I wished we'd had this strategic plan more quickly, but we decided to be very deliberate about it and make sure that everybody had a say in it there. But it would have been a better guidepost for everyone.
How do you think Sac State can continue to support and uplift its student body in the years to come?
We have to prepare our students. We know that with COVID right now, that COVID affected our students of color more than it affected our other students. We've got to make sure that we've got in place supplemental instruction, that the PALS program is working, that tutoring is working. We've got to make sure that we increase the mental health and the number of counselors that we've got on our campus so that we're supporting our students all of the time.
Lastly, what do you plan on doing in your retirement? And do you have any parting words for Sac State?
I'm going back to Texas. It's deliberate on my part. I believe in immigration reform. I believe it's one of the most trying, horrendous things in America right now, and we've got to change that. And the Rio Grande Valley, where I was president before, has a disastrous situation with so many undocumented. Last night, I had one of the best nights I've ever had. We had the graduation celebration, over 40 students. But there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people that need our support. So I'm going back down there to work in that and to work in what's called Las Colonias. The colonias are unincorporated towns where you come up here if you're a migrant, and one year you go back and you lay the foundation. Next year you go back, you put the walls. The next year you put the roof. But you don't have electricity, you don't have the roads, you don't have everything else. We need to help those unincorporated towns.
Did you have any last parting words for the Sac State community?
Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've loved it here. You are phenomenal. You are fantastic. Please take us to the next level. Let's not stop what we're doing. And as always, Sac State's #1. Stingers up.